Bear Stearns. Now, I worked on the middle market's institutional sales and trading desks, so I really do have some inner working knowledge of how Wall Street works. And as a matter of fact, on December 28th, 2006, I saw the writing on the wall, and I was successfully able to leave Bear Stearns with my retirement intact, and it allowed me to pursue my lifelong dream of trading on my own account full time. I first went to a proprietary trading firm by the name of SunGuard, and I got access to their capital desk called Ascent. And as of 2009, well, I was very successful helping the desk short everything mortgage-related, bank-related, almost for an entire year until they literally made it illegal to short those stocks. Once that game was changed, I stepped back a bit and I said, you know what, maybe I should go trade on my own. And as of 2009, with the help of the gentleman I'm about to introduce you to, I have been trading my own accounts. So many of you may be asking, well, why would a guy like myself need a mentor such as Simon and Futures FX and Trading Magnet? And believe you me, I asked myself the same question for a very long time while I saw my account shrink week to week. I did come up with the notion that, hey, I've been trading other people's money for a very long time, and I was very good at it. But when it came to trading my own money, it was a completely different animal. Now, don't get me wrong, professional traders, such as myself, we do know some things which you won't know or maybe never come across. And it's because we've seen the inside of a very exclusive club, and many of you have not. As a matter of fact, one of the students asked me the other week if it was possible to read up and study that side of the business, and unfortunately it's just not. It's almost impossible to understand what's really happening unless you've worked there for a long time, as I have. Now, what I couldn't do is I couldn't transfer my inside Wall Street knowledge to trading my own money. And it's my guess that many of you here are struggling or looking to break through to the next level as well. It's absolutely fine to learn on your own. It's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even Simon is a self-taught trader. He actually revolutionized some of the aspects of trading, such as tape reading and discovering the formula in the tape, which we call trading magnets. And that is what truly attracted me to Simon. Out of all of the educators out there, out of all the opportunities, he's the only one that spoke to me because from my side of the business, it was, from my experience, it was the only true non-lagging indicator available, which is actual price. So it's very and there's one thing that I couldn't find also was that he basically traded his own account in front of us every single day. And I think, it's been almost 3 years. And in the 4-hour period that he trades his live account, I've only seen him personally not make his number, his daily goal, less than 6 times. And that's not the count that he trades outside of that account and after the 4 hours of trading are over. I joke with him in saying that he probably hasn't had a losing day in the last couple years. If anything, maybe a couple. But that's not really important. What's important is the nature that we're showing you the markets that we're going to discuss here, trading and seeing the markets naked without any lagging indicators. And so it's an expensive process no matter which way you go, and it's not for everyone as far as becoming a full-time trader, because not everyone is willing to put in that much time or effort or money. And as a matter of fact, Simon tells me of his earlier struggles and how he actually spent 6 months in his office being fed through his door while he was working through formulas, losing money, sleepless nights, arguments with the family. But it takes a guy like Simon who has a very, number one, understanding wife, um, a little more understanding than mine, but that's another story. Um, so here it is. It's ready. It's packaged for you. All of his years of work, all of my years of Wall Street knowledge, our expertise, our sleepless nights, the thousands upon thousands of loss. And by joining us and hearing us this presentation today, I know that you'll come away from um, being that much closer to your end result. So I wanted to thank you again, Simon, for giving me the opportunity to introduce you. Every single day I thank myself for being open and honest enough to accept your help. And again, it's coming from a guy that really didn't think he needed it. So that being said, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I wanted to turn it over to you. And if there's any questions, I'm sure we'll have some opportunities afterwards to follow up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kai. Really appreciate the kind presentation or kind introduction. Um, and that is my answer to anybody who says, okay, you're a successful trader. Why do you still teach? Why do you waste your time teaching? I don't waste my time, folks. I have made lifetime friends in this business. Let me just take Kai off 1 second. Friends like Kai, Greg, and Sandy, and more and more. I'm basically stuck. I love what I do, and I'm stuck because I really enjoy it. I'm not forced to do it, but I enjoy it. I wake up every day knowing that I can go to the room, show trades, trade in front of my students, show them how to trade, explain every single detail. And with today's presentation, hopefully I will do justice to what we do, because what we do is very advanced, and I didn't know it was advanced until I start comparing us to some other rooms that are still very good, but really they lack the confirmation. They lack the knowledge of where the market is about to go, and they definitely don't know about the brackets and the math behind what we do. Our website, we have two websites. I run this website, futuresfx.ca. I do futures and Forex, mostly futures on a daily basis. Forex, it follows the same path. I trade Forex, but I trade long term. For example, we have a short on Euro Yen, a swing short altogether as a club. We have a swing traders club that we established, and it's already making let me see, I think $4,000 per contract, which I can show you later. It's $4,000 per contract in the profit right now. We took profits, moved our stops, so on and so forth. But daily I trade futures, we trade crude, I can trade euro. I enjoy the crude because it's fast. I enjoy it. We can do euro, we can do NASDAQ, we can do Russell. Regardless, the methodology remains the same. So futuresfx.ca is my website. Kai Whitney runs this website called Trading Magnet, but he's specialized in futures. And you can go to his website, and you can send him emails and talk to him later on. Let's go through some of the tabs here. ACE strategy. ACE strategy, folks, it's a strategy that I came up with in 2004, and it's basically anticipate, confirm, execute. So we anticipate where the market is about to go, we confirm, and then we execute. Confirmation is key. What we do in terms of trying to find out the best stop loss available to you, the best profit target is available to you, how to confirm that, it's all in what we do, and it's all detailed in the members area. And if you can scroll down and you can look at the videos, watch these things and read more about it. We also have Swing Traders Club. In September, I started swing trading calls, and between September and December, we made 40,000, just over $40,000 in profit taking swing trades. Now it's different. Now we specialized. We actually closed that club. It's only available to students who are willing to share and work together For example, if you read it, you just click on it. There's a video on Swing Traders Club that I made with the students explaining the idea. So we have 30 members right now, and the recent call that we made on euro yen and also on the gold, it's within last week. So it's within this Swing Traders Club. Everything is transparent. Everything is shared among us. Nothing is made up. Everything is documented. And if you come to our rooms, you will see we trade in front of you. Everything is explained in details. To contact us. You can go to the contact us page, info@futuresfx.ca. You can call me, or you can contact Kai Whitney, tradingmagnet.com. Testimonials, I really highly encourage you to take a look at them. They mean a lot. For example, here, it's not up to me or to you. Price will always return to the brackets. This is one of my students actually saying or mentioning what he heard first thing from me. So he says, whether you like it or not. And he says, when I heard Simon saying that first time, I thought, what a guy. How can he say something so silly? Is he nuts? Needless to say, after research and watching my videos, he joined, and he's one of our elite members right now. And I'm very proud of him. He's new. He's been with us maybe a couple of months, but he's constantly making his profit daily, and I'm very proud of him. And we have more. We have a lot of, and I don't post all of them. I don't have time to post. I receive a lot of testimonials, folks, from my students and from other members that are not students. Just people follow my my progress in this market. What is the trading magnet that everybody talks about and everybody's here to see? Let's see. Let's pull a chart, and let's pull a chart for an instrument. Let's pick a chart. This is let's choose a blank chart. Hold on, let me fix it up. So this is a blank chart on the crude. Let's pick a 60-minute chart. It doesn't matter. Just for you to see what is the price magnet and how did it come alive. In the past, before I explain that, in the past, we will pull our footprint. This is a footprint. Everybody can see this. This is a footprint. And from the footprint, we will actually look at those numbers. We will gaze at those numbers. And we will pull a 15-minute chart. We will pull a 10-minute chart, 1-minute chart, depending on the time frames you were trading. If I want to trade long term, I will pull 15, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 2 hours daily. If I'm trading short term, I will pull 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds charts. And we will actually gaze at those numbers, and we will realize that there's a number here, for example, that the market is coming back to. A number here that the market is coming back to. And we call those numbers magnets. Okay, there are specific numbers within the tape. Okay, they are not volume, they're not pressure, they are basic pure numbers. So we did that day in, day out until last year, mid last year, we decided to automate this system. So we have a chart or a system, a chart. If you see the chart here, this is a 466 tick chart on the crude, and you see those dashed lines here. These dashed lines are basically the magnet indicator, price magnet indicator, pulling those numbers automatically and posting them on the charts. And whenever the price, these are magnets, so we're expecting that the market will go back to them. Actually, the market will. I'm not using shall or might. The market will go back to them. Okay? I'm not being arrogant, folks. This is something I discovered in 2006 after 6 months of research. I have a physics degree, and I incorporated my knowledge of numbers into this. So market will go back to them. My job or our job is to determine market will go to which ones first. If you have a market like the crude, you will see a lot of brackets, a lot of areas up and down, below and above the market. Markets such as the S&P, which is much heavier, much more liquid, you don't see a lot of brackets. You see less. Therefore, it's less confusing and straightforward. So now we know what the brackets are. The market, these are insufficiencies in the tape, in the numbers of bid and ask, in the numbers of the bid and ask within the tape, within the footprint, and the market will go back to. So we designed that, and it's automatically showing up, appearing. For some reason, this is not updating this chart. So let me do something. I disconnected my data feed, folks, and it's probably going to be working soon. So until that works, we will put it on the site for now. The other thing is we look for is these things. This is the profile. This is the volume profile. The volume profile tells me clearly where is the market is intending to reverse, where is the market is intending to, let me grab a pencil, where is the market is intending to reverse, for example, and where is the market is intending to continue. And with every single dip in the volume profile, I can read it, and I can understand it, and I can interpret it into a trade. Of course, we wait for certain trades. If a trade is not confirmed, we don't take it. We don't worry about it. For me to explain what we do in more details, I would basically rather show you our last trading session, uncut and unedited. Our last trading session was yesterday. I did not trade today. I wasn't feeling well. I emailed the students that I cannot open the room. Of course, there's no time missing because Kai took over. They went to his room. So we have 2 rooms running every day. From 8 to 12 is my room, 8 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. And from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Kai's room. Students who join me, they automatically join Kai's as well, okay? But it's not vice versa. It's not the other way around. So if you join Kai's room or Kai's membership, which is monthly, you're not joining me. I offer full service, which includes Kai's room as well. But we will cover that in the offer as well later on. So let me go to, this is a video from yesterday's session. And please tell me, see, this is the question panel here. You guys can see this. I can see your questions, but I would rather answer the questions after. Right now, I want you to understand exactly what we do, what we trade, and how we trade it. Of course, I'm not going to go through exactly every detail as you are a student. No, I will give you enough to make you understand what we do. And if you like it, you can join us. We also offer another day of free trial that you can join us without any commitments. So this is the room, and this is how the trading session looks like. On the bottom left here, you see this is the question panel. This is where students ask questions, and they see each other's questions. It's not only me seeing them; they see each other's questions too. Top left chart, this one here. This is where I execute my trades. You see we have a momentum indicator, and you will see we call it the G scalper. the middle chart here, this is where I have my brackets on the crude, for example, and I have the tape on the far right. So let's move on. Let me show you what happened. Again, this is unedited, uncut. Whatever happened yesterday, you will see it today, but just fast forwarding. See this? I'm fast forwarding. I'm getting ready, preparing. Look at this trade. This was my first trade. When I told you we have a momentum indicator, folks, what do you see here? Momentum is what? Is bad, is against me if I'm going to go long. The momentum is bearish, but I have a long from the bottom of the channel. See, we don't only strictly use non-lagging indicators, volume, profile, and bid and ask numbers. No, we also depend heavily on lagging indicators that everybody else uses for trading. We use them to anticipate the trade. What is anticipating a trade? First, I would look for my pivots, I would look for my power lines, I would look for my channels, and I would like my channels, let's say, to give me, or I would like those indicators to give me a trade, right? We all know this. Let me step back a little bit. Forgive me, let me step back a little bit. This is how we trade. The market is, let's say, went up, it came down, and I'm expecting a long from here. We all know this, right? This is how most of us trade like this. I'm expecting the market to trace back down, and I'm expecting a long from here. So why not a long from here? Why not a long from here? Why not? Why not? Why yes? We don't know. We have a pivot here, but on the other hand, we have another pivot here, or probably we have a 62% retracement here. How do we know which level is most likely to reverse the market in our favor? And I need, hopefully, if you, some of you will answer this. Do we understand this so far? The idea, do we understand this so far, please? So I know we are on the same page so I can continue. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. We understand this. Everybody understand this. Now, how many of us get burned? We need to go long here. We go long, we put a stop, a random stop, because we don't know our stops, right? No, but most people will put a stop on top of the candle. This is your candle. They going long, they will put a stop below the candle or below the pivot. How many of us do that? And the stop keeps getting hit. We don't know. Folks, this is the only room. This is the only educational, probably according to me, according to what I know so far, will give you, will be, with this knowledge, you can trade with literally 2 ticks stop. Okay? Literally 2 to 3 tick stop you can trade, because we know exactly if that stop is taken, your 2 tick stop is taken, it's going to go to the next stop loss. And I'm not talking about a pivot stop loss. I'm talking about specific areas. They don't have to be pivots. Okay? So now we know how we trade. We don't trade unless we confirm it. So basically, how do I know the market will reverse from here, or from here, or from here? How do I know? How do I know the market is not coming fast and going through them all the way down? Unless you know your profile, unless you know your numbers on the bid and ask, you don't know. So again, I might not be the best trader in the world, but I really don't trade without a stop loss. So basically, folks, when I trade, first thing I do is when I'm anticipating a trade, if the market is going up and I know it's going to come down and then I want to go long, first thing I need to know where is my stop. Different than anybody else out there, I need to know where my stop loss is. So first thing I decide, I would say I have a stop loss here. This is my stop loss. This is where the market is going to stop and will most likely go back up. Could be 5 ticks, could be 100 ticks. I don't know. But this is my stop, because if this stop is taken, if the market doesn't honor the stop, it might go to the next stop level. So I will try and catch a trade the closest. And how do I know the market, which price is the closest to this before it goes up? I depend on my tape. I look at my bid and ask, and I see certain things. So let's go to the video and let's look. Now, again, folks, I teach, I explain, and I trade in front of students. I took a trade early because I was not nervous, but I was not paying attention. I took a trade at 30. You see this long. I am long 3 contracts, and I'm losing 7 ticks. My stop loss is automatically 11 ticks here, but I'm losing 7 ticks. But I know the market's going to go up. I know the market is going to go up. So, but I got in early. I was not nervous, but was not paying attention. So as soon as I look at the right-hand side, if you look at the right-hand side, I see specific numbers happening on the tape, and I see specific thing on this market profile on the right-hand side. Okay, so my stop loss is 19. So what I do? I took it at 30. I was not supposed to take it at 30, but I added to it. Now I have a 6 contract traded at 27, and my stop loss is 18 now, because I know my stop loss, it can be go more than 18. So what I do, and I liquidate immediately. I took four of my contracts out immediately at 2 ticks profit. Profit was not my intention in the first target. My intention was, yes, I want to make 4 ticks, 2 ticks profit on 4 contracts to eliminate, to reduce my risk. And of course the market, it comes back. See, my stop loss was at 26. Market comes and takes me. It stops at 25, and it continues a bit lower. Then it goes up. So let's continue. This was a winning trade, by the way. It took my stop on 1 tick loss, but I made 8 ticks already. So I lost 2 ticks. I made 8 ticks. Overall, it was a few ticks profit. So let's continue. KM is asking, it appears that your stop loss is based on your bid-ask momentum indicator. No. Well, yes and no, but not momentum. It has nothing to do with the momentum. Bid-ask, yes. Profile, yes. No momentum. Let's continue. Good thing, by the way. Good observation. So let's take a look. Let's continue. Let's look at this momentum building. Let's go back. Look at the momentum indicator. Look at this momentum. What do you see? You see momentum building for long, right? Because the tent or the triangles are on the top. It's filling with green. But I did not take this trade. I missed it. One thing also you have to understand, folks, when I trade in the room, my hands are tied because first of all I avoid chasing. Why? Because I know I could have made money on this if I traded in the room, if I chased it. But I avoid chasing because I don't want to teach my new students bad habits. So sometimes my hands are tied unless it's a guaranteed trade. Not guaranteed, but unless it's one of the best trades, I try and avoid taking it. So if I'm relaxed and calm, I do my best to avoid bad habits. Chasing is a bad habit. Adding is a bad habit. Adding to a losing trade is a bad habit. So I do my best to avoid these things. Again, I'm a human. I make mistakes. But nevertheless, I saw the long. My stop loss was 18 or 19. Look, the market stopped at 21 and it went higher. Okay? And I'm showing you whatever happens. So now the momentum is adding up. You see the momentum is adding up, and all of a sudden you see there's a yellow. Can you folks see this yellow heads up? This yellow triangle heads up. It tells you there's a momentum building. First condition is met. Second condition meets. You have a buzzer and you have an arrow with a hash mark saying this is exactly the price that got hit. Now, is this a good signal long or no? Now, you folks have to understand momentum is heavily traded in the market. 50% of those momentum signals are fake signals. 50%. I'm saying that with confidence because I do this every day. 50% of those momentum signals are fake signals. They will give you a signal, they will stop and will reverse completely. While 50% or 60% of traders in the world are following that signal, they will take it, they get stuck. This is what we call traps. How do I know this is a good signal? I immediately look at my profile. Look at my profile. For my students, or those who know about profile, they know this is a continuation area. They know this is a continuation area in the profile. And from the numbers, look what I see at the bottom here, 2 arrows. This is another indicator that we developed. It's called ACT indicator, lack of buying or lack of selling. When you have an arrow like this within the tape, at the bottom of it, it means we have what? Lack of selling. So the market came down, we have an arrow telling us there's lack of selling. Lack of selling. See this lack of selling on the 2 consecutive 15 bars, and even before that, lack of selling. So it was a good trade. Why didn't I take it? Simply, it was just before the news and everybody was saying, we have important news. So I didn't take it. I avoided it. It's gone. Exhaustion. Probably KM. I have some students use that terminology. If you're talking about this here, could be exhaustion in your terminology, or some of my students use that same terminology, but it's lack of buying, lack of selling. Lack of buying. It basically reads the last 3 or 4 consecutive cells, and it will read the numbers in them, and it will tell you if there is lack of selling or lack of buying in it. Okay? Now, I want you to keep an eye on, in the middle chart, yesterday I pulled brackets. This is a black bracket. I want you to keep an eye on the black brackets throughout this presentation. Black are manual. I look at my charts on the side, my footprint, and I put them on the chart here, the black ones. The red ones are automatically created by the system. The black ones is ones I put manually on the system because I look at a very specific time frames, and I see if they have common brackets on them, and I put them on the chart. So look at the bracket in the black. So if I have a black bracket in this chart, 90, 95, 29, what do you think I'm expecting? This is a magnet. A bracket is a magnet. So what am I expecting here? The market is rushing, going up. What am I expecting? I'm expecting the market to come back to it. And in fact, actually, I think I also drew an arrow, a green arrow to it. So let's continue. Let's move forward. I took a short. See that? Let's look at the left. Look at the left chart, left top. See, I got in short, 52 short, 52 short. You see this? My stop loss is 56. 55 is my stop. Folks, this has just happened in front of you. I mean, this is a video of a whole session. It's not edited or played with. This is the last video I chose, the last session. I did not go and choose something from last week or last month. I chose the last one that we had in front of us. I did not trade today, so I didn't have anything today. But my entry at 52, look at my stop at 55. 3 ticks stop, literally 3 ticks stop, folks. Where did that stop come from? Any ideas? How did I choose 55? 3 tick stop. If I would have caught this trade at 53, my stop loss would have been only 2 ticks, but I'd caught it at 52. Where did the stop loss come from? Folks, I look at my profile and I look at these numbers, and we call them smart stops. We call them smart stops. Okay? Volume areas, we call them smart stops. And if these areas are taken, if this smart stop is taken, if 55 is taken, we might see another high. So I'm not willing to risk 15 ticks on this one. So first target gets out of the way. Look, my stop loss is now what? 2 ticks risk, 54. 2 ticks risk. Look what happens if the market takes 54. I took already 10 ticks profit on this one, by the way. 5 ticks on 2 contracts, 10 ticks profit, and I'm risking 2 ticks. Look, the market is struggling. Look, it went once to it. It's struggling to break it. Look at that. And again, it took it. And now, what did I say about if the market takes my smart stop? if the market takes my smart stop, most likely it's going to continue higher. And it did. It did go to 57. It did go to 57 and it goes higher. You see this to 68. All right? You see an arrow here. I pulled an arrow saying that if the market comes back to below 53, it might continue down, because what am I looking for? So far, we are still looking at the brackets. I see some questions. High value value areas. Yeah, we also look at value areas, but these are not our stop losses. Bid and ask. I don't consider previous days levels. No, I don't, because I look at previous days profile instead of the levels. Not bid ask, profile. So what am I looking for, folks? So far, I told you there's a black bracket right here, just below 30. We can all see it, right? We can all see it. So I'm looking for a short to this. And I put 53 sell stop. It's not entered yet, unless the market comes back to 53. And the market continues. It continues to the pivot. See that? The pivot, and I have lack of buyers. Now I can see the market somehow lack of buyers at the pivot. It means there's an intention. I removed that sell stop because I thought I could catch it at a better price. The market, I put an arrow. See, I put an arrow. I said I want to go short. I want to go short, folks, even though you can't hear me because I put it on mute, but you can see an arrow on the room, live trading room, saying that I want to go short. Market continues up. It's not listening to me. That's why I don't get in unless I confirm. Do you see the scalper here? What happened? Look at the scalper signal. Look at the scalper signal. This is a trap. I can tell it's a trap because, of course, I was not paying attention to it then. I did not take it. I was not intending to take it then. But looking at it now, it's a pure trap. Whenever this, pay attention to this, please. This is very detailed, folks. We trade in details. When this happened, when this signal happened short, we have a little bit of momentum in the downside. But look at this number. What do you see? And where did it happen? It happened at an area. It's a reversal area. So this is a trap. Careful. Momentum alone is not enough. So maybe next one will give me, look, now the market is coming down. Uh-oh, what do I have above me? I just pulled a black dotted or dashed line above me. Do you see this? What does it mean? Let's continue. And I put an arrow, folks. I put an arrow right in front of you, folks, right in front of my students. I said the market, the market is intended to come back up. And I have two now, two brackets, one here, one here. How are we seeing, KM is asking, how are you seeing lack of buyers, lack of sellers? It's an indicator that I created. It comes with the package. You can put it on any chart. It doesn't have to be a footprint. Watch this. The market continues down, but look at the arrow saying I want to see the market going back up. Look at the middle chart. I'm just fast forwarding the entire session, folks. There's a lot of education that's happening throughout the session. Oh, let's go back. There's a signal here. There's a signal here. This is a scalper signal, momentum, high momentum. We have the tents or the triangles above. This middle is filling up with green, which means it's a good signal. And where did it happen? Where did it happen? It happened right at the continuation area. So this was a great signal for those who took it. It went long. And look, I have two brackets above. This is taken, the middle one, this one is taken, and now the arrow is coming. The other one is coming to be taken. There we go, it's taken. Now, what do you see in this middle chart? In this middle chart, what do you see? What is this? It's an arrow saying that I want to see now the market coming down to it. Okay, folks, this is not something I make up. This is a session that is done. I'm just showing you the recording. There's nothing nothing played with it. I mean, there's no uncut, unedited. Brackets below. And why? See, I have pink brackets, which are very important, taken from a very small time frame, 30-second and 15-second tape. I have a red bracket, pink, and I have a black. The black is most important to me because I take it from the side. I have not put it in this chart. I just like to see it visually before I put it manually. So let's see if this bracket is going to take it. Of course, I know it was taken, but there was more interesting stuff in it. Now, I am looking for a short, don't I? I'm looking for a short because I have that arrow there. The market, it's just playing around. We had news, we had market open, we had crude open, so we avoid certain areas for trading. So the market came close to it. It didn't take it. And I have two. Look at that. Another one was added. Now I have two. Now I have a chance probably to go in. I have two now. There we go. There we go. There's my short. There's my short. Look, I went back just for you to see it. I have a short. Am I not going against the momentum? Look at the momentum. The signal happened for the long. See this? I went short. First target taken. First target was at 53. See this? I went back. 59 to 53. I'm taking 6 ticks profit on the first target. Why? Any idea why? I'll explain. Why my stop loss is 64? My stop loss, folks, is 5 ticks risk in this trade. I could not help it because I caught a trade late. I should have caught this trade at 61 or 62. I caught it at 59. Why? Because I'm busy. I am busy. I am busy with answering questions. So sometimes I tend to maybe get in a trade a tick or two late. Maybe I miss a few trades here and there, but because I'm explaining what happened prior to this trade. So regardless, or I'm answering questions. My stop loss is 64. I was able to catch this trade at 59. But why am I taking 53 first target? If you look at my first bracket in my favor, the red dotted line here, the dashed line, is at 52. But I'm taking at 53 to make sure my exit or my profit target is filled. I don't want to risk taking profit at 52 and the market comes to 52 and it doesn't fill me. You guys understand that, right? We all understand that. So first target was taken immediately at 52. That is 6 ticks on 2 contracts. That's 12 ticks profit. Where is my last profit target? 95.30. I have 2 green arrows. Both of them are short, by the way. Chain. Both of them are short. So my profit target is 30. Look at that. 1 tick above the last bracket because I know it's going to get hit. Or of course, I don't know if it's going to get hit now. All I know is the market is attracted to it. So I already cut my first 12 ticks. So worst case scenario in this trade, even if buyers come in and just shift everything or a bomb goes off somewhere and the market goes up, I am already 10 ticks, 12 ticks profit. I'm risking 2 only. Look, my stop loss is now at 61. So now my profit target is the last bracket right here at the bottom. And look at your profile. And look at what happened here on the 5-minute chart. Do you see this, folks? Lack of what? This is lack of buying and the market is coming down. I have lack of selling here, but sellers are coming in. I can see sellers coming in. I can see them coming in. And where are we in the profile? We are in the continuation area. So the market, I can see the market continuing to my favor. 61 is my stop, which is, look, and it continues. That's it, taken. And as soon as the market goes a few ticks below my profit target, it stops. It's intending to reverse. Now, what do you see now? This is next. What do you see? Where's my next bracket? Folks, I thought all my, in the last many years, I thought this is how trading supposed to be. But then my mind, but I see different things in the market. I have students. I have approximately 400 students, folks, that I built since 2004. Recently, in the last 2 years, I see students or members coming to me. They've been to probably different rooms. They bought probably 5 to 6 different educational programs just to lose money. Simply, folks, they have been using indicators that they only see the market after the fact, after where it goes. So they show you where the market is going to go. What I use, folks, I use those lagging indicators to anticipate the market. But my indicators that I use are pure volume, pure ticks, pure bid ask, will show you where the market is intending to go next, including the brackets. And as an example here, this is another arrow that I put in the chart. I said, I have a bracket here. I have a double bracket, a manual bracket that I put on the black, and just beneath it, there's a red one that is automatically created by the system. So the market, against all the odds, against all the momentum, as you see on the top left chart, the market has an intention to go back up. Look. Beautiful. Look, it took it. See, where was the, let's go back. Look, it's 56. The bracket is at 56. Look, 56 is the bracket. It took it. We went to 58. Okay? What do I see now below me? Above me, there's a red bracket. Right above me, and below me, there's a black bracket. Look. This arrow, of course, stays here, not because it needed to stay here. The arrow stayed because I forgot to remove it. So why did you take it? Any bracket that is taken, Addison, it has to be removed because you don't want to get confused. The market, once it fills that gap, it's a gap. It's a gap within the price. It's a gap that you don't see, but this formula of numbers, it's representative of that gap. It's not a gap you see physically. It has to go away because the market took it. Therefore, the automatic brackets that show up in this automatic or automated system will automatically disappear. If I draw a bracket manually, I have to erase it when the market touches it because it's gone. There's no purpose for it. The market touched it. It's done. There's no need for it. So, see, now I put an arrow here. Now I put an arrow saying that the market wants to come back down to 34. Now, I also put another arrow on the side going sideways here. You see it, folks? I said if the market breaks 45, it will be an easy run all the way to 34. You're welcome, Addison. Again, that is from the profile. And as soon as I did that, look what happened. A bracket appeared above me. A black bracket appeared above me. Look at that. The market touched 43, which means it went below this sideways arrows. Oh, look at what happened. I went short. Guys, folks, look at this top left chart where I execute my trades. I went short. I went sell limit short. Sell limit, meaning I want to catch a trade at 46. Unfortunately, it did not fill me. Look at that. It did not fill me. It did not fill me. Let's run it. Now I'm going live in the room. I'm not, you can hear it. Okay, did we all hear that? Did we all hear that, folks? That was live from the room. So it did not fill me. I missed it. But the profit target was taken at 34. There we go. Now, where do you think this market has an intention to go to? Very faint. Do you want to guys hear it again? Anybody? Come on, buddy. Give me some love here. Give me some love. Go back up. Sell ask again at 46. I don't want to get slipped here. So sell ask at 46. Oh, you guys can still hear? Better? Okay. So some of you heard it, some of you couldn't. But regardless, what I'm saying, folks, I said I want to get sell stop at 46 because I don't want to get slipped. And 46 was my entry because my stop loss was at 50 or 51. So I didn't want to go more than 5 ticks risk. And I missed it. So what's next step? Next step is I'm seeing the market going to the other black bracket, which is just above me. You see the arrow? And now, see that? It's not going yet. It's not going yet. It's the afternoon, just before the lunch hour. So the market is slowing down. I think I took a losing trade here. I took a losing trade because I think it was a sim trade. I'm not sure. I think I took a losing sim trade here, folks, because I was done with my trading yesterday. I'm not sure, but this was a losing trade, I think. Yeah, it was a losing trade. Oh. Let's go back. Here. There's a trade that I took. I rushed it again. Let's see it again, okay? I took a losing trade. I rushed it. But I knew the market was going up. It's just I was not paying attention properly. But then I ended up taking another trade. Look, 6 contracts long I took here because I knew the market was going up. I took immediately whatever I lost in the previous trade, I took it in my first target here. Out, taken. See that? And I moved my stop to 37. My intention was 55. The time of the day was not helping. It was just before the lunch hour. Okay, and the market comes back down and take me at -1 on the last contract. But between the last 2 trades, I was still profitable. Now, what happens after? We close the room at 12 o'clock, but I have, look, before we close the room, what do you see in front of you? Before we close the room at 12 o'clock. Look, there's another trade that happened here. See that? I took a long at 37 and done, profit, first target, and it's not continuing again. It took me out again. It's not continuing. So the market took this bracket above. You see it in the middle chart. Arrow up. But the room is closed. See that? Now I have two arrows, one up, one down. You guys go see it, right? The room will be closed 10 minutes from where the time is now. So let's continue. Because I made a separate video after the room is closed, and I will show you what happened a few minutes after the room was closed. So the room was closed yesterday. That was it. Now I made a video. This is it. This is after the room was closed. If I go back, look at 54, the price of 54. I had a bracket, right? I had a bracket. 5 minutes after, when I closed the room, and I started the separate recording, 54 was taken. Of course, you will see a jump because it's 5-10 minutes of difference because the room was closed and I started. So there we go. 54 was taken. So the upper bracket was taken. What do I have? I have lower bracket. And after the lower bracket, what do I have? I have the red bracket above. You see it? The lower bracket taken. And after that, the market rallies all the way back up to the red bracket and beyond. See that? It rallies all the way to the red bracket and beyond. Okay? Now, we all see the power of knowing your volume, knowing your profile, knowing your bid and ask. Let's start the Q&A session because I am done. I will explain the offers if anybody's interested. So far, I have not heard you mention MACD. There's a lot more to this, Martin, and you know, Martin is a trader who's been following me for a long time. He knows there's a lot to it, a lot more to it than. But again, within 1 hour, what can you explain, right? Fred, it actually it works 100 times better in the trending market. Ranging markets are more difficult for traders to trade. But again, if you know your profiles, if you know your numbers, it works better. It's hard. It's KM. It's really not easy to understand everything within 1 hour because it's not trading is not easy. I have to admit, I have to tell you, trading is not easy. If you have any doubts in your capabilities, anybody, not only you, um, not you, KM, not specifically you. You could be a very advanced trader. I don't know, but anybody who has any doubts that they cannot make it, they cannot do it, they will better not get close to this because they will end up purchasing and they will end up finding reasons not to be successful. I know from experience, folks. I'm very transparent and I'm very straightforward. I have students who got in, they took it, they ran with it, they started making money immediately. Some students found reasons not to be successful, and I had to go on Skype with them or call them, talk to them, and then I was telling them, you got in, you paid money, you better do it. You better pay attention to details. You can't just, purchase something and you expect me to come to your charts and click for you. Okay? So what you brought here, KM, this question, it's a very good question because it's hard unless you know your profiles and unless you know your numbers really, unless you use some kind of a non-lagging indicators, really you really can't be successful in this business because it's all about knowing where the market has an intention to go, reading the market maker's mind. So we have a free session that I'll offer everybody. I'm thinking maybe next week, early next week after the Easter holiday. So you guys can come in. It will be 4 hours with me and maybe 4 hours with Kai as well. So you guys will enjoy 8 hours, or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow because if anybody's interested, they can join tomorrow. The layout, it could be. See, you can simplify it. My job is to show you what I do. You can simplify it. You can eliminate a lot. Let me give you an example. Um, if you folks have time, please go to the website and go to the educational session, educational button here. If you go to that educational button, and if the library doesn't look like this, click on the date button, a date arrow, to make sure you're catching it from the most recent videos. And find out, if you go Control F, there we go, here, find out about your price magnet. So do price magnet, and there's 2 matches. Find where they are. What is the price magnet? Find out, and the price, it will give you details on what the price magnet is. If not, you can go to my services and specials button, services and specials button, and every single indicator that we have comes with a video. Make sure you watch the video. See, a free copy, you will receive a free copy of the price magnet indicator. Alone, you can buy it for $4,000, and it's worth every penny because you can trade stocks, options, forex, and futures with it. Okay, just one trade call on the euro yen we made in the club, it's already $4,000 in the profit. Okay, so you click on it and there will be what is the price magnet. Okay. You go to services and specials, you realize I give you lifetime access to our members area. Before I do that, let's go to the home page. You see advanced class for members. All the students that will join me after their trial, they will get a username and password to this area, advanced class for members. This is where you get everything. You get indicators, you get channel trading. What is channel trading? What is tape reading? What is mistakes you should avoid? What is mini market profile? All the videos. See, mini market profile has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos just for one subject. An average of 12 minutes each video. Besides that, once you study these videos, you can join me in the room daily. The offer, if I go to these special services and offers, the offer as it stands now, you will get 1 year access to my room and Kai's room. After the year is over, which is that has nothing to do with your lifetime access to the education. That is yours for life. But to trade with me and see me trade in front of you every day, you have 12 months. And after the 12 months, you can renew for $100 a month. But there's a special offer to this that is I will explain now. You also have the power line indicator. Please click on it. Power line indicators alone is very powerful indicator. Anybody heard of fractals? So on and so forth. So this is basically an indicator that is a mix of fractals and lack of buying, lack of selling. And it is very, very powerful. Let me show you an example. This is on the Euro Yen, and you see our lines. There we go. See how the market touched this line. See the market how it touched this line. It's very, very powerful indicator. We also have see that's on the Euro Yen Forex, by the way. On the Forex, I also have the profile. Look at this, my profile on the Forex, if I'm trading Forex. Okay. By the way, that trade on the Euro Yen call, it's not, I mean, this is something that all students know about. I mean, especially those who are with the club, they know I showed them my account, they saw the account, they saw the profit, and it was taken with probably 20 ticks stop. My intention is to go maybe another 200-300 ticks or pips profit, but so far it's already in 300 to 400 pips profit already. So today's special offer, besides you get 2-for-1 family members, besides getting all the things here that you have, G-Scalper, ACE indicator, price magnet, 1 year access to my room and Kai's room, ACT indicator, the lack of buying, lack of selling that I mentioned, the power lines, also 2-for-1 family members. So if you have a son, a daughter, a husband and a wife, you can join 2-for-1. I'm not going to charge you twice, same price. Besides that, you have another 3 days to make a decision. And if you make a decision before Sunday 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you get extras. You will get a permanent access to my and Kai's live trading room. Permanent. It means not a year, permanent. I'm not going to charge you with $100 after the year. Permanent in my room and Kai's room. Free indicators for life. Because if you join in this special offer without this one and the regular offer, you get the indicators as of today. And if we come up with a new indicator, although it will be cheap for students, but you still have to buy it. But with this offer, I'm giving you upgrades or free indicators for life as they create it. Also, you get a 3 payment plan. The $6,000 you can pay it for in 1 year. Every 4 months you pay 1 installment. Every 4 months. Okay? Every 4 months, 1 installment of $2,000 for 3 installments only. And you can break away. Read the conditions. You can break away after 1 installment. You can say, okay, I learned enough in the 4 months. I don't want to pay my next 2 installments. Let's call it a breakup. Thank you very much. I'm offering you that. But I will erase you from my students' agenda. You will go on your own. Fair enough? And also you can join the Swing Traders Club. By the way, if you join and break away from us after your first installment or second, you can keep the unlocked indicators, the open indicators that you have. Let's say such as the profile, such as the tape, such as the G-scalper basic, not the deluxe, the basic G-scalper, the ACE indicator. We have a few indicators that are not locked. So, a question from Fred. You say that works much better in trending market, but can you please explain a little more? It seems like you're basing your entry direction based on where the next bracket. Oh, you're right. See, Fred is under the impression that the brackets will make me trade towards them. No, see, we have brackets. So for example, the euro yen trade that I took, folks, and it is really about $4,000 per contract. I'm not joking about it. It's in live. I took it live. For example, the euro yen trade that I took short, it was very simple. I looked at my weekly charts and I realized there was a breakdown on the profile, and I realized the market has an intention to come back down. It tried to break the monthly top of the channel, so on and so forth. I still have a one bracket above, Fred, but I am short targeting the rest of the brackets, but the profile is telling me that the market is not intending to go to that bracket. So it's up not only to the bracket, because you will see brackets above and below. My job is to determine what is the next bracket, the idea behind the next bracket. See, the difference between us and a lot of people, me personally, let's talk about me and many traders. They have one direction. Let's say if let's assume you, okay, but don't take it personally, please. You have an intention to see the market going up. Again, it's you. It's not the market. You want the market to go up. Sometimes you as a trader, you don't want to see or hear somebody tells you there's something against you. Fred, don't worry about this. Don't go long yet, because you don't want to hear anything else. You're focused on that long. That's why a lot of people keep losing money, because they're focused on one direction. They want to see that long. They keep going long. They don't pay attention to what's going on. It's not going long yet. There's something maybe against me. They don't know. The numbers will tell you, and the profile will tell you, and the brackets will tell you. So it's not really up to me. Yeah, KM, I'm telling you because I came from that background too, 10 years ago. I know, and I see more and more. I stay in this business. I see people I help every day, and I talk to them. And by the way, there's no shame in being a bad trader. Really, it's not something that we take it. We're not supposed to take it personally. If I make a mistake in the room, often I make a recording of it and I post it in the members area under mistakes you should avoid. It's not, you're not a bad person if you're a bad trader, really. I mean, a lot of people are so proud of their trading, they deny the fact they're not making money in this business. So we have to be open about it. I often seek help from my students, believe it or not. I have if I have an issue with one of my indicators, I will, let's say, email Brian. Brian, I have an issue with my delta charts. What do you think? What is this? What is that? So there's no shame in that, as long as we move forward. I mean, so that was not your question specifically, Fred, but if the market wants to go down, the profile will tell me it's going to go down as a trend. If the market goes down as a trend, sooner or later, Fred, that market will intend, let's say, let me give you a pencil here, a pencil. If the market wants to come back down, sooner or later will go as a retracement up. So that retracement, I can anticipate it ahead of time, and I can move my stop in a way that if this stop is taken, that will go all the way back up. And I will show you a video, not show you now, but I will refer you to a video. Please take notes on this one. Do you see this educational button? If you click on it, I have this, see this video, third one. Can you trade with 1 or 3 ticks stop? This one here. And also another video called, what do you know about smart stops? What do you know about smart stop? You will see me in these videos taking a trade or trades where I put my stop, for example, I put my stop. If I will, let's say, go long, I will put my stop, for example, here. I know it's a smart stop because of the profile. Because and in that video, I also do this. The market goes up, I move my stop to the next smart stop. So I put my stop here. And what I did in these videos, I put a box. I put a box, a purple box. I said, look, if the market comes down and takes my stop loss, although on the profit, but it will go all the way to my startup point and maybe lower. So there's no need to give back to the market if you know how to use those smart stops. Okay? Was I clear in this last explanation? If you move your stop according to the profile and according to the market, don't feel bad if the market takes them, because now you're really protecting the rest of your profit. And it's all about protecting your profits, isn't it? So let's go back to the offer. Any questions on the offer? You can play 3 payments, Canadian or US. Okay. I will email you, or I will email you access to tomorrow's session, everybody. If you don't receive an email from me regarding tomorrow's trading session by maybe tonight, 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. tonight, email me back. Request tomorrow's access link. Is there a video on the trading magnet? Yes, I mentioned that. If you go to the special offer, click on it. If you go to the price magnet indicator, click on it. Can you purchase? Yes, you can. If you have to be a user, NinjaTrader user. By the way, you can also look into Kai's room. Kai's room is specialized in options. So if you're an options trader, join him. Talk to him. He charges $399 a month for a service such as mine. But you cannot access my room if you join him. My room, my service will give you free access to his service. Okay? Alex, email me with your request and I can, I know, why not? I can sell you that. So any questions? So if you don't receive from me an access to my live trading room tomorrow, and I will try and get a hold of Kai, get his access to his room as well. I will include that. Any questions? Kai, if you can hear me, please send me access to your room so I can send it to everybody. We start at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is your time? What is your time zone? Oh, close. Okay. I'm happy. I'm glad you liked it, KM. Thank you. Any questions? Don't hesitate, please. Thank you for being with me today. I will be emailing you tomorrow's link later this evening. If you don't receive it by 10 p.m., email me, please. Thanks, Wayne. Danny. Why you use tick and minutes? It doesn't bother me. I like range charts. I use range charts too. But it's about, see, it doesn't matter what you use. It boils down, Danny, to the confirmation. Regardless of what kind of system you trade, technical system. Some of you have more advanced technical systems than others. But if you cannot confirm it, it's really now you're only playing with risk-reward ratio. That's it. If you cannot confirm your trades, you're only playing with. And for those with me today who know about profile, and I know that some of you know, You understand what I'm talking about. Exactly. You're only playing with fire. You're only playing with risk-reward ratio. So that's the only weapon you have in your hand. Thanks, Martin. Addison. Adilson. That's Brazilian, isn't it? Thanks, Fred, Danny, everybody. Nice. Kirk, thank you. How do you know? Because I'm a diehard Brazilian soccer fan. Brazilian and Spanish soccer teams. Thanks, guys.